Alright, so I'm very excited. I've been following this maker for a while now. It's kind of one of my grails, in fact. And they're not that expensive. I actually believe they're a value proposition for the amount of work that goes into it, the materials, the design, the clout. But yeah, this is the Tactical Pterodactyl mini camper. Like that logo. Pretty sick logo. He uses extremely cool metals like micarta, G10, carbon fiber, marble carbon fiber. He'll use Crewware, Vanex, any of those really cool knives. He'll use the like a copper wash or an acid wash like this, and extremely cool jimping all the time. Maker's Mark is pretty nice, and just crazy handles. This is not mine. Again, it is one of my grails to own, but I don't think that they're that expensive. I think, anything he makes is gonna be over $200, and all the prices vary because materials vary, stock thickness vary, everything varies. It's very custom, and everything is extremely nice. And I don't know, I'm just really glad to be able to check this one out in person. A buddy of mine let me borrow it, and I didn't really use this thing that much. I did carry it, and it was awesome to carry it. I opened some envelopes and some boxes, but I didn't want to, because this is a cool custom knife, so I didn't want to mess it up in any way. So that's the disclaimer. Also, this is not like a full review. This is just like an overview of the Tactical Pterodactyl mini camper. Just because they're also different, and you might be able to just ask for a different material or a different finishing, etc. Yeah, a little bit lighter background, so you guys can see it. I think this is called a rock G10, and it's the G10 that you just add texture to it. But something really cool that he added was this two grinds on here, this grind and this big grind here, so you can do a pinch grip down here. So if you're food prepping or doing any of that, you would use this knife like this on here. And also the other thing he did is on the G10, he like contoured it down this way too. So if you don't want to pinch here, you can choke down and pinch here, and it feels extremely comfortable. Something very thoughtful, something that I didn't think about while looking at his Instagram photos. It's very ergonomic. Obviously, this is a little bit small. It is called a mini camper. Let's look at the edge. So the cutting edge is about 2 inches and a quarter, which is good to go for most EDC tasks. I believe the mini ones are for EDC, but he uses like mid-size and larger knives as well. But he does do a lot of minis. Maybe this is a mid-size. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Gunner. The scales to the metal are done just masterfully. Extremely nice. Like there's no gaps or something poking out of it or nothing like that. It is acid edged all the way down here on the spine. Same thing on this side. And all these edges are not sharp. I don't know if they were sanded by hand down or if they were stone washed with the rest of the knife, and that's what it looks like way. But there's absolutely no sharp edges on it, except for the one that needs to be sharp, and it came extremely sharp. You can still shave hair with it. Yeah, pretty cool. Sorry, Gunner. I'll clean this up before I send it out. Not just aesthetically. This is for me. That's why it's one of my girls. It's aesthetically pleasing a lot. I like the name Tactical Pterodactyl. I like the logo. I like the fact that he used crazy metals. I would love one in Crewware and micarta. 100%. Would love it. That is my girl, in fact. And yeah, this finish is a stone wash on the flats and just the grind marks on the bevels. And it's a very complicated grind done by hand. Not very complicated, but it's a complicated grind done by hand. And even though it is using pretty thick stock, and I'll show you here in comparison with the PM2. So it's as thick, if not thicker, than the PM2. It's as thick, but you can see that it has some flat, and then the grind only goes down to there. But even though that's the case, it still slices pretty good. I can't talk about like the toughness of this knife because I haven't used it, but I'm sure it's extremely tough. When I buy one, I'm gonna do the full review on it for sure. So in the positives, it's a great size. You can get other sizes, great materials, greatly executed cool grind, thin-ish behind the edge, big freaking sharpening choil. The jimping on it is extremely cool. It's probably the best jimping I've ever felt on a knife. The bevels, the grinds, it's all freaking nice. It's all aesthetically pleasing. Very thoughtful with the dual pinch grips. Very well balanced in my opinion. Right where that pinching grind goes, that's where it's balanced. And to me, that's pretty good because if I'm cooking, I'm doing like this. Any detail work, I'm going like this or like this. It's just extremely cool. This one came with a kydex, which was done superbly. Very well done kydex, American made. This is an American maker. This thing clipped on my belt pretty nicely. It rode in my belt really well. But yeah, super cool knife, guys. And yeah, the kydex sheath is super cool. You can just throw it like that. Very grippy, kind of tactical, which is fine. I like that. That's why I like it. But yeah, this is one of my grails, guys, and just want to thank Gunner again for letting me check out and let me show it to you guys. I'm gonna take some cool photos before I send it out. That way I can post them later on my Instagram. But yeah, give me a follow on Instagram, guys. The handle is Carlos EDC, I think. And I thank you for finding me. Follow. This logo right here is for you to follow me. This video, something YouTube recommends, and there's a playlist usually. But yeah, just check it out. Freaking mint. So cool.